Well, a welcome to the Lamex Stadium. Stevenage entertaining Sheffield United. 16th of March 2013. Sheffield United currently in second place in the table. Stevenage, well, they're struggling in 16th place. The referee just gets the game underway. Alongside me, Dean Thompson. Dean, this is a game Stevenage really do need to win.
Yeah, you think so, Steve, wouldn't you? It's been a difficult run of results, one win in the last 7, so really crucial for Gary Smith and his men to get a point or 3 on the board today.
Well, the ball's just pumped forward and out of play over on that far side. It's going to be a Sheffield United throw-in by the corner flag. Just quickly run through the 2 lineups for you. Stevenage with Steve Arnold in goal. 3 changes from the last outing. Miguel Dominguez, Bonzingala, Mark Roberts and Lee Hills across the back, and a midfield which sees Anthony Grant, James Dunn, Gavin Mahon and Lucas Akins. 2 men up front. Dani Lopez coming back in after a loan spell where he scored a hat-trick last week alongside Marcus Haber. We'll run through the Sheffield United side in a minute because Stevenage have got a throw in, and it's taken by Dominguez. It's thrown into the near post, headed away, and then helped forward by Dave Kitson. It's a familiar name to many people locally, of course. Born in Hitchin, played at Arlesey. Mark Roberts heading the ball forward back into the Sheffield United half, and the ball will roll out of play, and it will be a throw to Sheffield United. Just a quick run through the Sheffield United side. George Long in goal, Tony McMahon, Harry Maguire, Neil Collins and Matt Hill across the back. Ryan Flynn, Michael Doyle, Kevin McDonald and Jamie Murphy in midfield. Dave Kitson up front with Barry Robson. And just a quick run through of the substitutes. In fact, we'll talk about those perhaps when we need to see them, because Stevenage have got a free kick. It's just inside the Sheffield United half. It's Dominguez on the ball at the moment, who'll look to play the ball in. In it comes now, and it drops, but well, it's just going to be allowed to run out of play in the end for a goal kick, and quite tameless, but a decent start for Stevenage. We haven't been in the Stevenage half yet, Dean.
Yeah, it's keeping possession and winning a free kick or 2. And you allude to Dani Lopez there, scoring 3 goals on his loan spell, and both himself and Bonzingala being called back this week. And what price you'd give for a Dani Lopez hat-trick today, Steve?
And what could Gavin Mahon give to that midfield as well? It's he's quite an influential player
coming back in.
Yeah, you look at the side and what Sheffield United have got. Ball just on the left-hand side for Stevenage. It's played forward. It's Anthony Grant who just tries to touch it in towards Lopez, but Lopez loses possession, then wins it back and just gets to the edge of the area, onto his right foot, fires in a shot, and it's down to the right-hand side, and I think the goalkeeper's got a hand to that.
He has, yeah. Little bobbly shot, wasn't it, from just outside the D. He's tested out George Long in the goal.
He's got to be a player with confidence, isn't he? He can't drop, coming back up after that loan spell and on a hat-trick as well.
Yeah. So mind you, I think you could have scored a hat-trick against Morecambe last week, Steve.
Yeah, right. Here comes the corner. It's played deep, and the referee spotted something underneath it, and it's all going to come to nothing, as it will be a Sheffield United free kick. Let's just quickly run through the substitutes. Stevenage with Chris Day on the bench, Gregory Tanzi, Luke Freeman, Andy Iro, Steve Belleck, Sam Hoskins and Robin Shroot. And Sheffield United with Danny Coyne, Darryl Westlake, Danny Higginbotham, Chris Porter, Jonathan Fort, Dominic Pollian and Callum McFadzean. There's the ball. Again, it's going to be another Stevenage free kick. It's in and around the halfway line, over on that far side, right in front of the 2 dugouts. The Stevenage dugout on the left-hand side. It's played forward to the edge of the box. Knocked down and lost by Grant. And Sheffield United looking to get it away, which they do, but straight out of play. It will be a Stevenage throw-in. just feel that Sheffield United, a win today could see them go top of the table, but they've just taken their time in getting themselves into this game.
Yeah, certainly in the first 5 minutes, the ball really hasn't been out of their half, has it? Unless it's been out of play.
Oh, they're going to throw in on that far side. It's Matt Hill who'll take it. Throws up towards the halfway line. Again, it's volleyed forward by Stevenage. It will run through to George Long, but he'll roll it out to this right-hand side. And then a challenge there from Jamie Dunn. And it's out for a throw-in to Sheffield United. Taken short. Played to Kevin McDonald in that midfield, but Stevenage win it back. It's Grant there. Oh, he's fouled, is he? Surely he is, yes. Referee eventually gives it, and Grant just looks at him and sort of shrugs and says, when were you going to give that?
Well, that was a real trademark Anthony Grant winning of a free kick there, wasn't it? Full body opposition player, and eventually he ends up on his hands and knees.
Oh, you can say that, I can't. Free kick on this left-hand side. Lee Hills it will be to take. Hills left-footed. It's played deep. I think it was Harry Maguire who got the header on that one. Hits it up to the halfway line, and Stevenage end up playing it all the way back, and it's going to be a first touch for Steve Arnold as we approach the 7-minute mark here. Arnold, preferred goalkeeper at the moment from Gary Smith. The ball played long, but won back by Sheffield United. They'll touch it out to this right hand side again. Ryan Flynn it is. Touch it infield. Maguire just caught by Grant, and that's enough for the referee to give a free kick. Didn't take so long to give that one, did it?
Yeah, well, there is a difference. So Anthony he's not so subtle in giving them away, is he?
Reputation going ahead of him. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'd never be one to criticise a referee, Steve.
Maguire angles the ball across, and maybe the first chance for Sheffield United to get it forward. The cross comes in, and that's going to bother nobody. In fact, I think it's gone behind for a goal kick, is it? And curled back in.
Yep.
Arnold will be able to take that one. There's a Sheffield player down at the moment. Not sure who that is.
So I noticed you haven't told us who the officials are, Steve. You're leaving that to me, are you? You've got Mick Russell as the referee.
Yep, I'm happy with that one. Linesman, who are they?
It's always the way, isn't it, with you? Matthew Buonasisi.
Yep.
And Konstantin Hadzidakis.
Do you want another go at that? Easy for you to say. We're good.
Yeah.
You're not missing anything, folks, because the referee's decided he wants Dean Thompson to get that one right before we get play back on. So
no. I got my tea ready for 6 o'clock. So
so there is some treatment to Jamie Murphy still going on. So have another go. Come on.
We'll call him Constantine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Or Hatsy for short.
Let's see how the game goes, shall we?
Yeah.
Finally, Jamie Murphy's back up on his feet. He'll be helped off up to the far side. Steve Arnold will take this free kick from.
It could be worse, Steve. We could be saying Trevor Kettle instead, couldn't we?
Who? Dear, oh dear! Don't even go there. The young upcoming referee that is Trevor Kettle. Arnold's free kick. It's gone out of play over on that far side. It's deep in Sheffield United territory. Still goalless here at the Lamex. Just coming up to the 10-minute mark. It's Stevenage 0, Sheffield United 0. Stevenage, who have got not a good recent record, and the referee has been called across by Danny Wilson. And in fact, we have got a substitution. It's Callum McFadzean who's coming on to replace Jamie Murphy, and maybe that's what's upset the Sheffield United manager. Didn't see anything when the cross came in.
Another Anthony Grant challenge there was a little bit late, and another one.
Well, Mark Roberts just playing that one on the half volley, puts it forward, but again I think the referee's seen something else, has he? It's going to be a free kick to Stevenage on the halfway line, taken short. Done it is. Puts it to Kumingas. Kumingas down that right hand side, and well, it's rather held up, but couldn't get anywhere. Dunn and Lopez working well together, finding Marn. Now it's Lucas Akins. Akins to the edge of the area.
Ooh.
Grant went down then. Grant he'll win the ball back, finds Marn. He'll touch it to Dunn. There's a bit of bite about this Stevenage midfield today, isn't there?
Yeah, there certainly is. It's been missing in recent weeks.
Yeah, there's Lopez again. Neat little touch from him. Finds Dunn. Akins to Marn. Marn to the edge of the area. Haber it is. Haber looking to offload. That he does. Finds Kumingas, and then it's turned back out to that right hand side. Marn swinging in another ball. That's headed away by Sheffield United, who are coming under perhaps a little bit more pressure than they would have thought they would have been in the early stages of this game. Goalless as we speak, of course, but certainly most of the play in and around the Sheffield United penalty area, and then the ball just volleyed out of play, and it will be a Sheffield United throw on this near side, and I think they'll be quite grateful of any time the ball's out of play at the moment.
Yeah, so as you say, that bite in the midfield from Stevenage with Dunn, he's looking sharp. Grant is getting in and snapping at heels, and Marn is, as we said earlier on, the experienced head in there.
There's the ball from the back from Sheffield United. It'll be chased all the way to the corner flag, but it does run out of play and straight out for a goal kick. That was some good defensive work there as well from Bonzangala, who just shepherded it out and didn't really have to make contact or anything.
No, just did what the defender needs to do, put his body between the ball and the player and just let it trickle out.
Long shadows on the pitch here at the Lamex Stadium. It's looking a little bit soft underfoot. But,
yeah, plenty of grey clouds in the air as well. It's a little bit chilly.
Yeah.
Dani Lopez is in his gloves.
Well, of course, he's Spanish, isn't he? He's not used to playing in this kind of weather. There's a ball forward from the back again from Sheffield United, and it's dealt with, but Arnold, I'm not sure he quite meant that ball to Dunn, but Dunn just managed to get the touch and get it under control. And Stevenage again will play it into the Sheffield United half. It's Grant who gets the last touch before possession's lost, but Stevenage will win the throw-in. It's taken quickly as well. Haber down the right-hand side holds the ball up. Cross coming in from Akins. It skews up into the air, and fortunately for Sheffield United, they can get it away. There's Ryan Flynn. And now it's Tony McMahon. Played most of his football at Middlesbrough, of course. There's a little word with James Dunn.
Strong tackle from Dunn, but Mr. Russell didn't like it.
Yeah, you're going to see a few of those, I think. Or we've already seen a few. There's a ball, a searching ball, should we say, from the halfway line, but no problem to the Stevenage defence, and Arnold will collect. Arnold clears it long, bounces just down in front of us in the commentary box, and then the clearance from Matt Hill given away. Stevenage will gather. Here's Dunn out to Lee Hills, and Hills from the halfway line decides to turn it back to his goalkeeper. I have to say, Stevenage are impressing me at the moment, Dean. This is
Yeah,
for a side who must be short of confidence.
absolutely.
They're easily the better of the two sides in the early stages.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the ball to Hill's drop there, and Sheffield United for the first time had a player on each of the Stevenage defenders. He had to go back to his goalkeeper, but no drama. Just did the sensible thing, and Stevenage getting their foot in first and breaking out the Sheffield play. And here goes Lopez.
Lopez again. It is kind of just plays the ball, chips the ball over to that far side. It's Akins who gets a left foot shot, takes a deflection. Does it go behind? It does. It's going to be a Stevenage corner.
Oh, Lopez and Hills having something of a conversation there. I think Dani wanted Hills to do something different with the ball, but ends up in a Stevenage corner.
Okay, what can they make of this one? It's Dunn who goes across that far side to take. Dunn runs up now, delivers the ball into the near post. It's headed away by the young Maguire. In fact, it's not Maguire. It was Kevin McDonald who got the header away. There's Marn playing it into the area. Shot on the turn from Akins. It's blocked, and Stevenage have to work to win it back, but the referee spots something, and it's going to be another free kick.
Yeah, just a little bit short, wasn't it? And it was easy for the first man to defend that corner from Dunn. Stevenage need, you'd think that they might not get too many opportunities in and around set pieces against Sheffield United, but the ones they get, they've really got to take their chances and get good quality into that 6-yard box.
Gary Smith sending his subs out to warm up, and Danny Wilson looking a little bit worried at the moment, you have to say.
Yeah, that's good.
Remember, he's already a player down. Jamie Murphy has been replaced after that. I say a foul. We didn't really see it, did we? It was
no. He kind of just went down in the right back position for Stevenage, didn't he? And I didn't see any contact, but
so just coming up to 17.5 minutes played here at the Lamech Stadium. Still Stevenage 0, Sheffield United 0. Stevenage with the goal kick. Arnold it is. Haber knocks it on. Lopez is there to receive. Lopez takes it to the touchline before finding Kaminguez. Roberts, left foot ball forward. It's turned into a good ball. It was rather rushed, but Grant couldn't quite get the control on it that he needed, and Sheffield United get the clearance away.
Just rolled out for a throw in. Anthony Grant moaning at somebody, but I think he wanted the ball a little bit more into feet. It was a long ball from Roberts though, wasn't it?
Well, he was rushed as well, wasn't he? The ball came to him and he was being closed down. He got it away, and then, to be honest, it turned into a half decent ball at Grant. Well,
it's actually a free kick. Bamboozled us. We didn't hear the referee's whistle. He's given a free kick, not a throw in. So that's probably what Grant was moaning about.
He's got one of these silent whistles, isn't he, this referee?
Yeah.
Ball played out to the right hand touchline. Ryan Flynn it is. First time chance to see him in an attacking position, but good work from the Stevenage defence there. Roberts and Marn just snuffling out any chances there, and it was Kevin McDonald whose shot was well wide.
Yeah, one of those that if you think you're going to catch it right, it's going top corner, and he absolutely scooped it, didn't he? And it's bent left and almost out down by the corner flag. Goal kick to Stevenage.
Yep, Arnold it is, who's just spotting the ball down now. He's got the North Stand behind him, all the faithful in there. Runs up and gets his clearance away. Haber again, the target man. He was challenging for that one. Didn't quite make it, but it's a Stevenage throw. Hooked away by Sheffield United up to the halfway line. There's the skipper, Mark Roberts. We'll head that forward. Almost running into trouble.
No. He had that under control, Steve.
Yeah, glad you're confident.
And he ends up with a Stevenage throw halfway inside the Sheffield United half. Well, all under control, Mark Roberts. No danger.
Lee Hills it is. Into Lopez. Lopez in that what's becoming a familiar position. Gets the ball back again and angles his run across the pitch. Onto his left foot, onto his right foot. And the shot comes in. Oh, that's, well, dare I say it, that's troubled the roof of the stand. But if you have a look, the ball's stuck firmly against the scoreboard there. I've never seen that happen before.
I can't wait to see Rob Robertson get up there and try and get that one out later on.
Yeah, I think he might be leaving that to somebody else. Mitchell.
Yeah, that's what the youngsters are for. Mitchell Jones, away you go. I'll hold the ladder.
Goal kick it is. Got a change of balls, you wouldn't be surprised. Out of play over on that far side. It's going to be a Sheffield United throw. Not got into the game as yet. As we're coming up to the 21-minute mark. Still goalless, but Stevenage certainly the side very much on top. But Sheffield United haven't really flexed their muscles yet. Here comes Ryan Flynn. 21-year-old. It's played out to Tony McMahon. Foul by Dani Lopez.
Is that a free kick? Is that a free kick, Steve? He's won the ball, hasn't he?
Well, according to Mr. Russell, it is. But yeah, I think Lopez just turned and looked and went and shook the hand of Tony McMahon and
said, "Well done. You've won it. You can get up now."
Yeah. Nothing comes of the free kick and the ball safely in the hands of Stevenage goalkeeper Steve Arnold. Arnold to the edge of his area. He must be enjoying his afternoon at the moment, I should think.
Oh yeah. No save to make, no crosses to catch. 3 or 4 goal kicks.
Clears that one out to the right hand side. It's right back to him and he has to clear first time. Just cushioned headed down from Grant into the midfield area. Lee Hills looking to go on the outside. Left foot ball. Found nobody other than the defender. And Sheffield United can use one of those angled balls across to the left hand side. That's how they picked up that foul in the first place. A ball like that. But it's McDonald who wins it. Oh, it's through on goal now. And well, the shot comes in the end from Ryan Flynn. But you have to say, Steve Arnold there was nothing that was going to get past him there. And it's a great save.
Yeah, made his body big, didn't he, Steve? And just battered it away with his right hand and out for a Sheffield United corner. And I'll blame us for that. Again, the curse of the commentator. He hasn't had a save to make. 30 seconds later, he's got one-on-one.
It's a corner to Sheffield United. Ball, left foot in swinger. It's headed back towards goal, but plucked out of the air in the end by Arnold. Not troubled that time. And the danger goes as he just advances to the edge of the area. But all of a sudden, Sheffield United starting to get into the game.
Yeah, he just made a run between the two centre-backs, didn't he, there, and found himself in plenty of space just on the right-hand side of the D, and took his time. So did Arnold, and he hit it quite, it wasn't a brilliant save, it was at him, but he's had to beat it away as well, rather than just let it hit him and perhaps a rebound comes. So, well played, Steve Arnold.
Ball's out of play over on that far side. Blue skies above us here at the Lamex Stadium.
Yeah, the cloud is breaking.
Stevenage 0, Sheffield United 0. It's an important game for both sides, you have to say. Stevenage probably not in danger, but they're certainly closer to the relegation area than they are the playoff places at the moment, with 9 games remaining. Can't afford to slip too much further than they have. It's Sheffield United on the attack. Bonzangala with the headed interception. Now there's some good work there from Lucas Akins. Down the right hand side. Almost a laboured type of run from him. The ball comes in. It's parried down on the edge of the area by Harry Maguire. And Sheffield United working up to the halfway line. Kitson it is, turns Tries to find his teammate. Steve Arnold's come out of the area.
Ooh.
There's a bit of a mix-up between him and Lee Hills, and Hills fortunately turned and got the ball away, but you don't want to see that too often.
We've even cursed the weather, Steve. Blue skies. Now it's raining. I hope you brought your cagoule.
The sun is shining. There must be a rainbow somewhere. Flag goes up for offside against Haber. But it's turning into a good game now that Sheffield United have arrived.
Yeah, I prefer the first 15 minutes, thanks very much.
Yeah,
get the ball back up the other end.
It's almost ominous signs now, isn't it? Sheffield United, who is in second, as we said, a win could put them top of the table. Just dependent on how Doncaster Rovers get on today. But you have to say that
it's a good tackle.
They've laboured in the early stages. It was a good tackle. And Stevenage, they get going again. It's Akins, it is, on the right hand side. He tries to get it across. Down goes Haber. Referee not interested, but that's worth another look.
Yeah. Well, he obviously had to think about it. He put his arms out as if to say, play on.
Yep.
Maybe he was thinking of giving something the other way even. But back with Roberts.
Roberts, right football forward from him. Haber finds Lopez. Lopez goes down. He's staying down as well. In fact, he gets up now, but the referee not interested. It looked like he was clipped.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like to say there was too much there, but Lopez is certainly turning and having a word with the referee. When you consider the free kick that was given against Lopez not 5 minutes ago.
Well, that's probably the point he was making. There was a good tackle, I thought, and there was a bit of contact, but it's out for a throw-in. Dominguez down at the right back position, having a look. Nobody really wanting to move for him. Marn's having a labour towards him. He's going up the line.
Akins flicks it on. There's Lopez. A little back heel looking for Akins, but
that's good from Dunn. Good battle in there.
You have to say, you don't want that from Lopez just in that position. As the ball comes in, that's a header there, curling header from Kitson, but probably going wide, but Arnold safely grasps it. Maybe that's one of the reasons we've been seeing that Dani Lopez has kind of struggled to make it in the Stevenage setup, hasn't it, and been put out on loan.
Yeah. Cheeky little back heel on the halfway line it's not really the order of the day when you need to get some points on the board. Here he is, though.
Yep. Takes it down, knocks it through, and the goalkeeper there, you have to say, has done really well, and you have to say Anthony Grant should do better.
Yeah, I think the flag had gone up though, Steve. It was offside.
Well, it's taken quickly, but keeper still saved it, didn't he? And there's that rainbow we were talking about. Way to the right hand side. There we go.
Beautiful. Look at that. Over on the showground.
Looks like a little village set up over there, doesn't it? Fairlands Village. Sheffield United taking the throw in quickly, working it to this left hand side. It's just lifted forward though, and that'll just drop down and roll to Stevenage keeper Steve Arnold. Goalless here at the Lamech Stadium. 29.5 minutes played. And after a bright start from Stevenage, Sheffield United's just starting to come into the game now. As Maguire cushions a header down to his goalkeeper. We're seeing more of Steve Arnold than we are of George Long at the moment. And that ball just bounces down and Lee Hills gets it away left-footed. clears up to the halfway line. Sheffield United trying to get it down.
Oh, lovely play from Lopez.
Lopez again, yeah. Where's he been all season? Haber didn't quite get that one.
Yeah, he wanted it into his run, didn't he? And didn't want to change his run and go on the outside. But great little piece of play from Lopez.
Yeah. So it's going to be a goal kick. You have to say, Lopez is making things happen for me.
Yeah. Well, it's not just as a. Oh, that's better. We can see now.
You just blown your nose there, Dick.
It's a chilly day.
Oh, yeah. Got a bit of a runny nose.
Yeah. Ball runs out down at the Sheffield United left back position. It's going to be their throw.
Yeah, Matt Hill will take. Hill it is. And it's bundled out of play in the end by Jamie Dunn.
They're in no hurry, are they, Sheffield United, at the moment? They're just taking their time.
I have to say,
happy for the ball.
The pitch isn't going to be to their liking, is it? It's
quite
soft. It's cutting up. It's probably more to Stevenage's favour than them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So make ground down this right hand side through McMahon. Oh, he tries to find Ryan Flynn, but Flynn just can't control it. How to play it goes.
Gets greeted with the usual East Terrace sympathy, doesn't it?
Yeah, good luck next time. There's Lee Hills with the throw. Makes its way through to Lopez. Lopez again on this near touchline. Two defenders around him. Gets away from them.
Go on, Danny.
And off he goes. Oh, it's off the referee.
Referee.
Oh,
no, it's oh, dear, Steve. What? Mr. Russell, come on.
Dear, oh dear. Well, the defender there certainly looks in all sorts of trouble, Dean. And,
well, McMahon obviously doesn't believe so because he's pulled his arm out of his socket trying to get him back to his feet.
Dear. The referee telling Lopez to calm down.
Well, I think I'd need calming down if I just produced a little run like that and then I try and weave my way through and the referee's shins get in my way.
Lopez says, "Que senora," or something. I don't know. What do they say?
You want to get one of them little Spanish apps. I think you need to learn a bit more, Steve.
Well, I've got my donkey. Ball back to Arnold. Arnold gets his clearance away. And my bottle of sangria. But,
I can see you sitting there in a sombrero.
Yeah, that's about as far as my Spanish stretches. It's Sheffield United on the ball at the moment, goalless here at the Lamex. McMahon touches it in field. Barry Robson, he'll help it on. Searching ball into the area. Oh, it just drops. Kitson couldn't get the control in front of goal, and Arnold gratefully says thank you very much.
It didn't need a touch, did it? But it was dropping too. It wasn't dropping kind enough to hit it on the first attempt, and the touch was always going to take it away from him.
Dare I say,
United still have the ball though.
They're starting to look dangerous for me. As Maguire plays the ball out of the centre circle, finds Tony McMahon. McMahon into the centre of the pitch.
Oop.
McDonald there with the slip. Just shows. I don't think it's to their liking, but it's you've got to play on all sorts of surfaces. There's McDonald again, another slip. Then he turns round and has a look at the referee. Well, get your studs in, mate. Get the right studs.
You got to give praise there to Dunn, didn't you? He's been chasing and chasing it back to the halfway line, and Stevenage have forced Sheffield United into that error there. Grant wins his header. Here he is, the man, Lopez.
Trying to find Haber, and Haber can't get to it, but Stevenage have won a throw-in on that far side. It's Akins leaves it for Dominguez. Dominguez with the throw. He rather spooned that one. But Sheffield United win it and then just put it out of play again.
Again, ball just sort of zipped, didn't it, over his foot there, the Kevin MacDonald, the number 11.
35 minutes played, still goalless. I don't think this game's going to remain goalless either when you look at it.
Famous last words again from you.
Dunn chasing it to this near touchline. Sheffield United win it back, and again Tony McMahon, right back. Oh, crossfield ball. Goes away from Matt Hill, straight out of play.
No Stevenage player forcing the error that time.
No, it's a 40-yard ball straight across the pitch and straight out of play. You don't often see that. There's a foul.
Yeah, we'll let him have that one.
Guess who?
Anthony Grant.
There's usually a foul one way or the other whenever Anthony Grant's anywhere near the ball.
Yeah.
Here's Ryan Flynn.
Whoop. He nearly ended up in the East Terrace again.
You don't want to show much more than that to James Dunn. And Stevenage just pressing this Sheffield United back four, who don't look settled at the moment.
That's a good tackle.
Robson it was, who lost out as well, but it's gone all the way through. The ball forward, and again it's to Arnold, who'll just roll it to the edge of his area. Stevenage, after a shaky 5-10 minutes, have got themselves back into things, haven't they?
And that's it. You have a good start, and then you have to soak up a bit of pressure from your, the team higher up the league, and now you come back into it. And wouldn't it be nice to go in a goal up?
There's a header out of play. Goalless. Yeah. Lopez in possession at the moment. There's a trip on him, is there? No, says the referee. Lopez still in possession. Clips another ball in, looking for Akins. And Akins loses out, and the clearance comes. And now it's Robson who'll just touch it to Kitson. Kitson with the ball straight down the middle. Roberts gets ahead on that one. That just takes it away from, I think it was Ryan Flynn, was it, who was just waiting for the ball to drop. And Stevenage get the clearance away, and Sheffield United have to build again. That's a good turn from McMahon. It's not such a good ball from him though. And that's off of Bonzangala, back to Steve Arnold. Doesn't pick it up, and I think he's a little bit nervous to pick it up because he does now, and then rolls it out to Mark Roberts. It was by no means a back pass. There's Roberts, left foot ball to Lopez. Lopez to Grant. Grant loses.
Just a bit lazy there, wasn't it?
Forward
one
again.
Touch, but
there's Lee Hills, the left back. Grant. Dunn through to Lopez. Lopez just calmly finds McMahon, Gavin Mahon, shall I say, and Mahon it is who plays it out to Dominguez. Now it's Mahon again.
He won't thank Anthony Grant for that. He had to motor a little bit, and Gavin Mahon doesn't really do motoring, does he?
No. Here come Sheffield United. That ball would just run away from substitute Callum McFadzean, and out of play for a Stevenage goal kick. Half time approaching. Can you see a goal coming?
It's turned into a little bit. It's turned into a bit cagey, hasn't it? So
yeah, a bit cat and mouse.
Get them in at half time, Gary, and push on from this decent first half performance. 5 minutes to go yet, Steve. Though.
Yeah, there's the clearance. And Stevenage in possession down the right hand side. There's Akins. Akins gets to the byline. Squares it. Well, dare you say it. Marcus Haber, did he slip then? I don't know. I hope so, because he didn't make good contact.
So. His sort of standing foot sort of went from under him as he sort of launched himself for it. But if that ball had been a yard further back, Dani Lopez was in a couple of yards of space. The Stevenage win it back. Here's Grant.
Grant with the interception. Powers forward. Left foot, he's dragged the left foot shot. Haber almost looks in disgust away there.
But he was a bit too close to him, Haber, for a pass, wasn't he? So that's probably what Grant was thinking. He just needed a little tap with the outside of his left foot, but I think Haber was a bit too close to sort of get it under and go on a run there. But yeah, you don't know. It's the devil in the deep blue sea there, wasn't it, I think?
Yeah. Done really well with the interception and just drove forward.
Keeper slips there as he takes the goal kick.
There's the headed ball forward, and that's Neil Collins. All he can do is turn it out of play for a throw to Stevenage.
Well, it's all either of them are doing, isn't it? Collins and Maguire. They're just happy to get the ball out to their full backs or out of play.
There's the ball on the edge of the area. There's the turn from Lopez, and he found the gap. I just had to look for a second time there because he found the net and almost looked like it had hit the side netting, but Lopez, from the tightest of angles, he just turned and slipped it home, and that set Stevenage ahead.
Oh, what a great goal, Steve. He's taken it, he's got his back to the goal, he's sort of spun on it, hasn't he? And you're right, I didn't think it would beat the keeper at his near post, but it has, and Stevenage go a goal up.
Boy, I had to look at that one twice, but Stevenage won't worry about that one. That's Lopez who's put Stevenage ahead just before the break, and well, in a game that's finely balanced like this, you just feel that's how important that could be, because Stevenage struggling against the side in second place, and well, boy, that could certainly put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah, a great little finish, wasn't it? And as you said earlier on, you alluded to it, didn't you? He's a man in form, he's a man with confidence.
Yeah, he's got that good touch, and I have to say, he was almost just felt that the chance had gone there, and when you saw the shot come in, it almost looked like it rippled the side netted. But there you go. There's the attempted clearance. It's charged down by Kitson, but it's out of play. It's going to be a Stevenage goal kick. Well, I never thought that we'd be saying this as we approached half-time. It's Stevenage 1, Sheffield United 0 here at the Lamex Stadium.
Yeah, one goal in the last 5. That was the 1-0 win against Brentford. So 4 defeats without a goal for Stevenage. So 1 is nice, 2 would be even better.
Yeah. So, a couple of days ago, that Stevenage went to Bournemouth, and of course, a 1-0 reverse in that game. I say went to Bournemouth, it was here at the Lamex, and these wins have just been so hard to come by. You have to, looking at the results as well, it's nearly 4 months since a drawn game for Stevenage as well, so
yeah, there's no in between, is there? It's
and they've
all 3 wins. 3 wins this year in 14 games since the 1st of January.
All been very tight as well, as the rain starts lashing it down here at the Lamex, but still sunshine as well. Certainly sunshine as far as Stevenage are concerned. A goal to the good. It's that goal scorer, Dani Lopez, skips inside a challenge onto his right foot. Oh, it's clipped over the bar by goalkeeper George Long there. It's Lopez who... we just spoke about his confidence, and he's certainly showing it at the moment.
George Long certainly tested there. He wasn't expecting that. If it had been a yard or 2 more off his line, that's creeping under the bar, Steve.
Yeah, that rain just starting to lash down here. That's not going to help the pitch, which is looking a little bit soft underfoot already. But Stevenage is for the corner. It's played short, then it's lofted to that far post. It's Akins who's challenging for it.
Another corner.
Actually Bonzangala, and he's won the corner. It's good work. So those Sheffield United supporters behind that stand, a little bit restless at the moment, perhaps with what they've seen from their side. They've shown flashes, but at the moment, with the rain lashing down here at the Lamex, it's another corner played short. Onto the left foot there. Oh, it's driven over the bar. Was that Lee Hills? I think it was.
Yeah, it was. He's coming on the right hand side, isn't he?
But, it's all down the right. right end of the pitch as well for Stevenage at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
As we approach the 45-minute mark. Goal kick to Sheffield United. George Long clears up to the halfway line. It's clipped forward. Haber on that far side. Touches it back to Kuminges. Kuminges forward again. It's Haber with the touch again. Looking for Akins. Akins beaten to it, but Kuminges will gather. It's Akins again. Kuminges again lifts it towards the corner flag. Akins offside or a foul? Foul, says the linesman over on the far side this time. He wants to get involved. Which linesman's that, Dean?
I think that's Buonasisi.
Are you sure?
First name Matthew. Cameraman's certainly taking a panoramic look around Stevenage this afternoon.
Into added time here at the end of the first half. It's arms go up. Foul claims.
Everybody wanted a free kick.
Yeah, Stevenage wanted one. Sheffield United wanted one. The referee's going to give it to the visitors, isn't he? And again, then they don't hang about with their free kicks. It's taken quickly. So not pumped forward either. There's McDonald, left foot searching ball.
Too much on that.
Yep, that's just going to frustrate the fans even more as it just rolls out tamely for a goal kick. And Arnold.
He's just going to take his time, isn't he?
Of course he is. Referee's having a look round.
He'll be glad to be getting in and getting his cup of tea. I suppose I'll have to go and get yours.
Yep, of course. I'll have a nice little Welsh cake with mine today, I think, Dean. Ball played up to the halfway line. There's another foul there. And then the ball's kicked away. And there goes the half-time whistle. And here at the Lamech Stadium, it's a scoreboard that the Stevenage fans will love because it says Stevenage 1, Sheffield United 0. So a welcome back to the Lamech Stadium. Stevenage leading by a goal to 0 here against Sheffield United in what was quite an interesting first half, Dean.
Yeah, it was. It was a really great start, wasn't it, from Stevenage? And we commented a couple of times that the ball hadn't really been in the Stevenage half, and United, as you expect, came back into it. But great end to the half, and a really nice goal from Dani Lopez.
Second half just about to get underway. There's been a substitution. We'll tell you about that one after the second half has restarted. In fact, it does now. Sheffield United playing right to left in their black strip, getting the ball forward immediately, and then losing possession in that midfield area, but winning it back, and then playing it out to this left-hand side. Hill it is who gets the touch, puts it in to Doyle. Doyle with the ball into the area, and that will just go through to Steve Arnold. And Dave Kitson's not very happy. The one substitution, Jonathan Fort, has come on for Ryan Flynn. Perhaps not a surprise, because Flynn was pretty ineffective in that first half.
Yeah, he was, and I suppose Danny Wilson will be looking for a quick response from his men. They didn't expect to be coming in 1-0 down, I don't think.
It's them in possession at the moment, looking for a bright start to this second half. It's an angled ball from right back to left back. It's into the area they'll go, and they'll try and get it across, and it's blocked at the near post by Bonzanzala, and that's going to be behind for a corner, the first corner of this second half. But already Sheffield United have started with intent.
Yeah, they have, and McFadden got down this left-hand side, didn't he, and put the ball into the near post. It was a good run, but well watched and tracked by Ngala.
Okay, just waiting for that.
Look at that! They're all scrunched up on the edge of that 6-yard box. Lots of pointing going on.
Free kick, I
referee's
reckon.
Free kick, Stevenage. Mr. Russell's got his eye on it.
Just waiting for that ball to come in. In it comes now. It's a Stevenage head on it. And then it comes to the edge of the area. It's a low-driven shot, but it's Akins it is who can get the block in. Now it's Lopez who's got two defenders in front of him. He just holds it up, waits for support. He's got 4 black shirts around him, and then he just gets some help from James Dunn and Stevenage, just slowing it down and getting some sense into things. Marn it is, with a lofted ball forward, knocked down by Haber, finding strike partner Lopez, scorer of the first goal, of course. And Dunn out to that far side, Grant onto his left foot, looking for the ball in towards Haber, and that's taken by George Long. But as much as Sheffield United have had a good start, that's a decent response from Stevenage in the opening stages of the second half.
Yeah, that's good. Good from Bonds and Marn there, ganging up together and getting the ball out of play. It ends up as a Stevenage throw as well.
How important would a victory be for Stevenage today if they can hold on to this?
It's so important. So important.
Here we are, though. We just started the second half, and Stevenage a goal to the good, remember, but it's very early stages against the second place side. How many times have we said that?
Well, I keep quiet now.
The ball forward. Roberts meets that one. One's done onto his left foot. It's blocked, but Stevenage get away with it. Hooked forward again, taken down by Akins.
Well played, Lucas.
Akins swaps it with Grant and then gets it back to Grant again. Grant powers forward down the left hand side. He's got Akins to his left. He tries to use him now. Akins gets to it, but does he win a corner? Yes, he does. That's good work in the end between those two.
Yeah, it was. He could have done with a little bit of a better ball. It gave Maguire a bit of an opportunity to just get a foot out, didn't it? But good play down that left-hand side. Corner to Stevenage.
Okay.
Short.
Corner plays short. It's turned in now. It's headed away. Now it's Marn. Marn lobs it over the top. In goes Lopez, and it's hit the back of the net. Dani Lopez with the second goal. He's second of the afternoon, and Stevenage 2 goals to the good.
What a ball from Marn, back out from the edge of the penalty area. Just looped it in. Lopez has watched his line, and he's just fired that pass long, hasn't he? 2-0 Stevenage.
Well, that's really caught the Sheffield defence wrong-footed, didn't it? It's a beautifully weighted ball, you have to say, from Marn, as you thought anything had gone. And, Lopez, he was having none of it. He continued his run and just buried it past Long. Stevenage 2, Sheffield United 0. Who'd have thought that?
And 2 goals for Dani Lopez as well, Steve. It's on. The double hat-trick is on.
Danny who? Just last week he was at Barnet, banging them in for them, it has to be said. Can he do it again?
Just you wait and see.
Little flick. Haber. Now Sheffield United have got it all to do, and it's really going to be a bit of a turnout, this one. It's a loose ball, and Gala probably made more hard work of that than he had to. But he's helped out by Akins, who'll just find Kaminguez, and Marn will play another ball forward, but not such a good ball that time as it rolls through to George Long. Stevenage 2, Sheffield United 0. They certainly wouldn't have seen this one coming certainly on the form guide anyway.
It is the first time since the 5th of February when Notts County were the visitors that Stevenage has scored 2, Steve.
Wow. And here they are. And you have to say they haven't been outplayed. I mean, Sheffield United haven't really got going in many respects, but once they have, they've looked dangerous. But there was only that one save so far from Steve Arnold that's really been...
He's plucked a couple out of the air, isn't he, that have gone goalwards, but nothing that you or I wouldn't be able to catch. So it's been broken up. I mean, the three boys in the midfield seem to be really snapping at the heels of the Sheffield United boys, and they don't really like it. There's a lot of loose balls coming, but that's come forced from mistakes from the Stevenage trio in the midfield, and Lucas Akins is causing trouble down that wide area as well with Kaminguez in assistance. So there doesn't seem to be a weak link in this Stevenage side, and here we come again with Lopez.
Oh, Dunn was caught then with that challenge as well. Lopez with the effort, and well, he just didn't drop it quick enough for him, but he was looking for that top left-hand corner, and it dropped. Long had a thought about it as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he was half a yard out further than he needed to be there, Long, and Lopez had a look and thought, well, let's have a go. It all seems to be going well, so just a bit over there.
Here comes Sheffield United, though. Into the area they go. The challenge comes in, and it's gone safely behind. It was Lee Hills with the challenge.
Yeah.
And that's gone out for a corner. And just for a moment, I thought there was just a hint of a penalty, but nobody claimed it, and referee not interested.
It was just a long ball, wasn't it? And Hills has done well.
Here comes the corner. In swinger. The header comes in. Arnold taps it over the bar. He's been equal to everything thrown at him so far, and he had to be on that one, because that header, well, it looked like it was just dipping in under the crossbar.
Another corner. Good save from Arnold. Good strong hand. Got it over and into them Sheffield United fans behind the goal. These are the times you just need to keep that sheet clean.
Played short again.
Short.
Into McMahon plays it into the area. It's bouncing up, and the header comes in. That's off the line by Grant. I think the crossbar might have been involved there as well, but either way, it's ended up in the arms of Steve Arnold.
That could have gone. Yeah, I had visions of that bouncing down back off the bar and back onto Grant's head and in the back of the net, but sometimes, Steve, sometimes you just know it's going to be your day.
Did we just say that Steve Arnold had been equal to everything that had been thrown his way? Not so sure he was quite the equal of that one, but safety it was. And for the
free header though, wasn't it? Free header in the 6-yard box, though, Steve. That was the trouble.
Yeah. And there's
Hills just keeps it in.
Yeah. It's a ball down that left-hand channel, which Sheffield United will just play back towards goalkeeper George Long. Rolls it out to his defence. No long clearances coming from Sheffield United. They're sticking to their game plan. There's McDonald in midfield. Out to this left-hand side, Matt Hill. Plenty of games under his belt with Bristol City and Preston. Talking of Preston, they're after a new manager, Dean.
Well, they sacked Graham Wesley last month, didn't they? So,
what for him then?
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
There's a free kick. It's just Lee Hill.
It was a long day last Saturday, though, wasn't it? Preston and back in a car with you. It's never the most pleasant of journeys, that one.
Interview on the coach with the manager afterwards. It was a long day, it has to be said. Here we go. McDonald touching the ball infield. Across to that far side. It's McDonald again. Finds Michael Doyle, the skipper. Doyle just helping it out to the right hand side. Ball comes in. It's Mark Roberts there to head it back where it's just come from. It's going to come in again, but Stevenage win it back in that midfield area. It's Anthony Grant, who you either love or hate Anthony Grant, but you certainly can't knock his work rate, can you?
No, he's been all around the pitch today. He'll give away a few free kicks, but he'll win a few as well.
Broken up so much play. There's another swinging ball into the Stevenage area, but again it's dealt with. Then the shot comes in, but Matt Hill it was, and he just skews it off the outside of his left boot, and that's into the Sheffield United fans behind Steve Arnold's goal. Stevenage 2, Sheffield United 0.
I didn't look too impressed with that. The fans behind that goal, did they? There wasn't a lot of sympathy for the player there. Another goal kick. He finds Haber that time.
It's not just back to Long though. Long can only put it into the centre circle.
Easily picked up by Dani. He had acres of space there, didn't he?
Yeah. I must admit, I like the look of this Stevenage midfield. They've really made life difficult for Sheffield United. He's done again.
He's done again.
Yeah. Plays it out to that left back, Lee Hills. He's done everything right, really. And here he is. He's taken the return ball as well. Plays it low. Shot comes in. Lopez can't keep it down. It's off the roof of the stand, and that's a goal kick.
Yeah, and Lee Hills. He's not been a regular this season, has he? In the side at left back, so he's had to come back in and get up with the pace of the game.
Yeah. Just
chances are still falling to Lopez, Steve.
You just wonder as well, does Gary Smith look at his bench at all? You look at some of the players on there, there's some really experienced players. There's a Stevenage player down at the moment, and in fact the referee spotted it and will call play back, and that's Anthony Grant.
Bit of experience. Let's have a breather.
Yep. That will please Danny Wilson, I'm sure. Paul Dando comes across, Mark Roberts comes across, says, stay down, mate.
Matt Hill taking a keen interest. It looks like he's had a clump between the eyes, doesn't it? He gets a tap on the head from Dani Lopez.
There's a chat with the referee while he's down there. And, Paul,
there we are.
What do you think Paul Dando's saying there? Right. Okay. What's the tea? The referee says, look, none of that. You've got a player to put right here. Come on, hurry up.
Has he got anyone warming up? No.
Well, you got Greg Tansey, Luke Freeman.
Yeah. Robin
Shroot, maybe. Then, of course, you got Sam Hoskins and Steve Belleck, the attacking subs. And Andy Iro. There's another one for you. He's yet to make his Stevenage debut, of course. Grant.
He's played 6 times, and he had loan spell down at Barnet as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Off goes.
He's been in the MLS with Toronto, hasn't he?
I think Anthony Grant's okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Done with the drop ball, and he just thumps it into the Sheffield United half, and
a little bit of argy-bargy.
Sheffield United taking exception to that, and the referee wants a word with. Who's he having a word with now?
That's done, I think. He put a shove in, didn't he, on Doyle?
It's that joke ruling, isn't it? Where we have this gifted drop ball, and then you're expected to give it back to the opposition. Well,
they did. They've got it.
Yeah, have that. Here comes Sheffield United. Ball back in play. Hill on the left-hand side. It's another speculative ball forward, but Stevie's dealing with it. Lopez with the first touch. Not great. And Hill on this near side keeps it in, but no more than that really. McFadzine is muscled out by Marn, and then the
Ngala goes down there.
Yep. Referee.
That was Doyle. That was left over from the push and the shove. Anthony Grant having a word. Mark Roberts getting involved, but Matt Hill trying to be the peacemaker. Yeah, Mark Roberts won't be silenced. Well, he'll go on and have another word.
I think he wants
captain to captain.
Yeah, I think that's the point there. You don't often see Mark Roberts getting involved like that, do you? He's obviously seen something there he really didn't like.
Oh, I think it was a 50-50 ball, and I think Doyle went in a little bit 70-30, if you ask me.
Yeah, Roberts is usually the peacemaker, but certainly not on that occasion, because I think he felt that his man was, let's say, hard done by. But
yeah, the ball had kind of come loose. Marn was battling for it, wasn't he? Just off the touchline, and just didn't fall very nicely. And I thought Angala was 50-50. It's going to be a throw in.
Ngala's on his feet, and the referee signalling it will be a throw in.
Yeah, he's going to just have to come off for a moment. Drink of water.
You're not going to want to come off. You're not going to want to come off now, are you? Stevenage 2-0 up against Sheffield United.
There's a battle to be had.
It certainly is.
He's back on already, Bombs.
Yeah, there's Lopez just chasing. 2 goals for Dani Lopez. He's returned to the side, returned to the club. Now it's Matt Hill for Sheffield United, though. Stevenage have to do some defending. McFadzean playing the ball in to the near post, and Fort got to that one. Well, I say got to it, he didn't get to it, but had he got to it, I think that could have been problems.
That's a brave take from Arnold, isn't it? Getting right down there, putting your head on the line almost, and he knew Fort was coming in, but good claim from Arnold, and a big clearance, big clearance.
Straight down
all the way
middle,
through.
2 bounces gathered by Long, bowls it out to the right hand side. McMahon forward for Sheffield United. Played into the edge of the area. Bonzangala gets a head onto it. Doesn't get it away, but Stevenage win it in midfield though. Anthony Grant.
Here's Grant.
Grant again, he's got players either side of him. Finds Dani Lopez. Lopez onto his right foot. Fires a shot in off the crossbar. And that's Stevenage 3-0 up. And there's your hat-trick.
Wow. What a strike. What a run from Anthony Grant. Saul Haber going off to his left. Lopez just hanging around right hand side. Just took it on. Fired it home. Brilliant goal, Steve. 3-0.
Did we say he was playing with confidence? You wouldn't know it, would you?
Unbelievable. There's your hat-trick, as you rightly said. Unbelievable. 2 hat-tricks, 2 weeks, 2 clubs.
Wow. Well, is that not a good move from the manager? Pull a player back who's on fire.
Well, you can ask him afterwards.
Well, Gary Smith, what must be going through his mind at the moment? Stevenage 3 goals to the good here against second place Sheffield United, and you have to say they've been good value for it.
Yeah. Straight after that, take from Arnold down at his near post, and free kicks to Sheffield United. They want to get on with it quickly. That's absolutely fine, and they're making mistakes while they do it because Stevenage are rattling them, Steve.
They're just giving it away. Stevenage pumping it forward down that left-hand channel. They don't mind that. We'll do that all day now. As we're coming up to the 20-minute mark of this second half. Stevenage 3, Sheffield United 0. So we look at that scoreboard. Well, when I drove up to the game this morning, I never thought that I would be saying that. And I never thought I'd be saying Dani Lopez with a hat-trick.
No. We didn't think Dani Lopez would be starting, did we?
Danny who? Here comes Sheffield United. McFadzean. Ball comes in from that far side. It's half cleared by Stevenage. It's Grant on the edge of his area playing dangerously.
He just held on to it, didn't he?
Yeah, gets it away eventually, and then it's pumped away and out of play down the left wing there on deep inside Sheffield United half. Never mind what Gary Smith's thinking. What's Danny Wilson thinking?
3 pieces of brilliance.
It's been a very difficult afternoon for Sheffield United, hasn't it? Stevenage made it difficult for them.
They have.
Probably in more ways than And just on the pitch as well. You look at the state of the pitch, it's not great, and it's not helping them. Here comes another ball in, and again, Sheffield United can't get on the end of it. I think it was Kitson underneath that one. A local lad.
Well, look at that ball from Lee Hills, from left to right. Gets Lopez going again.
Can he do it again? Lopez, little chip forward. Oh, looking for Haber. Haber looks as if to say, good idea. Lopez.
You almost want that to be the other way round there, don't you?
Where has Dani Lopez been all season? That's got to be the question.
And that's just rolling out for a goal kick. There we go.
Here we are. We're talking about Dani Lopez hat-trick, but he's had 2 or 3 other really good chances as well. And not only that, his touch has been good. He's been keeping the defence busy. He's kind of run the show from up front.
He has, certainly. And, you know, look at those Sheffield folk behind the goal.
They look happy, don't they?
They can't quite believe it either.
There's the clearance.
It's Haber winning this header. And he gets Akins going again.
Akins down this right-hand side. Akins takes on his man, Matt Hill, into the area, onto his left foot, drags a shot. Oh, it's found its way in as well. And Stevenage, it can't get better than this. Stevenage 4, Sheffield United 0. Lucas Akins in from the right-hand side, onto his left foot. And the shot, was there a bit of luck there? I don't know. Who cares? Stevenage 4, Sheffield United 0.
Well, it was Lopez again. He got Akins going, he got him out wide, didn't he? He's cut inside, and on his left foot he's just dragged one. It's gone under the keeper's hands, I think, but it doesn't matter. 4-0 Stevenage, and he runs across diagonally and celebrates with his manager Gary Smith, Gary Phillips and Mark Newsom. 4-0 Steve.
I just had a look in row F there as the camera panned in. They look quite happy, Dean.
Yeah, well, there was always a handsome bunch of people in row F.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Game underway again.
4-0, Steve. 4-0.
Do you think Gary Smith is starting to breathe easily now?
Well, maybe he'll be putting his mind to bury on Tuesday night. 20
minutes or so remaining. Stevenage, they just can't believe this, surely. I can't.
But everything's falling for Stevenage there in the midfield. You know, there was a little bit of a niggle of a foul there, and it just runs loose, and Stevenage pick it up, and they swap a couple of passes. They're winning their headers, they're getting their seconds, and Sheffield United just unable to do anything and string more than a couple of passes together. And there's a free kick now. I think the referee's probably going to have a word there, is he?
Yes, he is. That's another one that went in, and Dunn, who's not one to shirk from a challenge, but that's
going to be a yellow.
Yeah,
Barry Robson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Patience ran out from the referee.
34-year-old. He's had some football in the past as well. Inverness, Dundee United, Celtic, Middlesbrough, and Scotland. Is that impressive? I don't know.
They don't like it down south. Right. Come on, let's celebrate. Get them jelly babies open, Watkins. You've kept them to yourself all through the game. Oh,
here we go. Here they come.
There's a free kick to Sheffield United. Haber getting a little bit of retribution now, I think, on Hill.
Yeah.
And again, they take it quickly. It's Collins to Maguire. Those two won't quite know what they've hit them, will it?
No.
Neil Collins and Harry Maguire.
Well, Maguire.
They will.
I'm just looking at Maguire, and you just feel that he's going to play at a higher level, but.
I don't think Dani Lopez would agree with that, Steve.
No. How are you? Sheffield United in possession, midway inside the Stevenage half. Just trying to find a way through, but Stevenage have been so organised, and they really have. There's McFadzean, a youngster, turns it back. It's forward for Fort now. Manages to offload. It's McFadzean again, and it's McDonald back to McFadzean. McFadzean is just wriggled clear again, but still can't make headway. Now he does. Another low ball in, and that's another one for Fort at the near post that he just doesn't get to, and Steve Arnold does.
I mean, you got to look at it. This is a team without big players in it, like David Gray, who's suspended, like Darius Charles, who's out suspended, Philip Murray, another one that's out injured at the moment, and you just think, you've got boys coming in, and Dominguez has gone over to right back, and Hills has come in at left back, and Gala's come back in and having to play centre back with Roberts. And, it's unbelievable, really, isn't it? We're going to see a change from Stevenage.
I was going to say, we are going to see a substitution, but you look on the bench as well. Chris Day, Greg Tansey, Luke Freeman, Robin Shroot. These are players who we know are quite able first-choice players. But Stevenage...
Who do you think it's going to be? It looks like it's going to be Belek coming on. Probably Haber. I think Lopez has got another goal in him, Steve.
Do you? The only man with more confidence than Dani Lopez, Dean Thompson.
Look at that again, another interception. It's just that, Marn's just in the right place at the right time. He doesn't have to run to get there. He's just sort of reading the game from deep, isn't he?
They're just gobbling everything up inside, aren't they? And it's a delight to watch at the moment. Really, it's just a typical hard-working Stevenage performance. You've got to say that.
Yeah, and we haven't seen too many of them lately, have we?
And you kind of look at it and you say, well, where's the flair? The flair's come from Lopez. And there's Lee Hills trying to get away down the left-hand side. Referee says play on, yeah. Absolutely, well played to him. There's a clear and obvious foul. Now it's Grant. Given away. It's the one thing about Grant today. He has been guilty of giving the ball away so much, but he's won so much as well, in fairness to him.
Yeah. I was Lee Hills. I've been wanting to carry on my little run there.
Yeah.
There's a ball.
Looked
offside though.
Yeah. Stevenage 4, Sheffield United 0. 74 minutes on the clock. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying it as well. Don't you worry.
And here's the change. It is Marcus Haber.
And it is
Steve Belek.
Yeah, on loan from Watford, who is on loan to from Udinese. How does that work?
Yeah. He's well wrapped up, Steve.
He's got his gloves on.
And he's got his polar neck.
What sort of handshake's that with Dani Lopez, glove to glove? He's got his polar neck on, yeah. Oh dear.
Stevenage in March.
Steve Arnold finds Belek, first touch. No, it's not Belek. He was beaten to it by Neil Collins, but it's a Stevenage throw. Marn's there. He's in the centre of things. Now it's Lopez. It's just a lazy touch from Kitson.
He's gone back for seconds. Kitson, hasn't
he? He actually caught Lopez. Lopez probably made a little bit more of it than Kitson liked, and then they had to have words. Mark Roberts.
Here comes the captain coming over. Come on.
He is, and that's more like what we see from Mark Roberts, isn't it? The peacemaker.
He's got to get his Spanish together now as Robbo, so he's got to try and tell his man to calm down a little bit.
And it is a Stevenage free kick. So Lopez was right, Kitson was wrong.
Well, as we thought, Steve. It was never in doubt.
It was taken short. Lucas Akins wrong-footed. I have to say, I haven't seen too much of Lucas Akins in this second half, but he scored that goal.
I've seen all I need to see, Steve.
Trouble is, it was the fourth goal. It wasn't the first or the second. It wasn't the critical. Oh dear. James Dunn says hello.
It's going to be the second booking of the afternoon, isn't it?
Well,
yeah.
Kevin McDonald
McDonald just had a look round, didn't he? Who was that? Done. Okay, I might leave it then.
Yeah. Either the ball or the man gets past me, but not both.
I suppose if you're going to go in the book, you might as well go in for one for something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you've got to make it worthwhile, and I think Jamie Dunn certainly did that. Mind you, that's kind of a regulation yellow for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, that sort of challenge was the sort of challenge that you put in when you know you've got to pick up a yellow card.
Yeah. Well, David Gray knows that. He's had 10 this season.
Dear. Yeah. Yeah. Quick throw in from Sheffield United. They're trying, aren't they? But they're finding no way through. Maguire getting involved. Fort turns it out to that right hand side. That's McDonald to Hill. Hill's attempted cross comes off of Akins. It's behind for a corner. 11 minutes remaining here at the Lamex Stadium. Get this, Stevenage 4, Sheffield United 0. This would be some comeback, it has to be said. Corner comes in. Arnold goes
there we
up,
go.
gathers safely. Don't know what all the bother's about.
Someone trod on his toe in the middle of that, didn't they, I think?
Yep.
Just having a little... But yeah, very comfortable. Few empty seats in that away end. I think a few of them are getting a head start.
In fairness, they're not streaming out, are they?
No, there's just a couple of patches of seats there.
You see many clubs come and it would have been long gone. I would have been gone.
You can't leave early, you're attached.
Yeah.
It's tempting at times though, isn't it?
Yes, has to be
Now,
said.
another substitution.
Gregory Tanzi.
Here we are. Here's your man. He's going to get his standing ovation.
Yep.
Mark Roberts comes to the halfway line, shakes his hand. He gets one off Lee Hills as well. Surprisingly, doesn't
get one off
Barry Robson.
Who just turns the other way.
And
he's deserved
what a comeback that is.
Well, absolutely.
Big smile on Greg Tanzi's face.
And
a
on
bigger
Gary
one on
Smith.
Gary Smith's. And Gary Phillips. You wouldn't expect anything else but a big smile on Gary Phillips' face.
Yeah.
Right, Tanzi, where's he going to go? Into the middle?
Well played, Dani Lopez. That's all you can say, really.
Yeah.
So Tanzi into midfield. How does that...
I think Grant is going to push forward, isn't he? By the looks of it, him and Belek, he'll probably just play sort of behind him, but a long clearance.
It's going to be a long 10 minutes for Sheffield United, isn't it? Lovely play, Marn.
He just read the ball there, didn't he? Just knew where the ball was going, got himself in, turned himself around, and got it out to Hills. Here's Belek, he's nicked it.
Out. Belek's just nipped in, turns it back. There's Grant on the edge of the area, left foot shot from him, and that's parried by the goalkeeper. Akins couldn't quite get to it.
I don't know quite what Maguire was doing there. He sort of dropped off, didn't he? And Belek managed to nip in between him and the byline and get it back.
I might have changed my mind on Harry Maguire. Oh, here comes Sheffield United.
By Roberts.
Yeah, Roberts who slips and it's through, and he can Kitson finish this one. No, he can't get it past Steve Arnold, and that's going to be another corner.
Wow, that is. He's gone from right to left there, hasn't he? And as each touch went, he was narrowing his own angle, wasn't he? And Arnold followed him all the way round the angles and just got an arm on that and put it out.
Money was on the former Hitchin and Aussie man there. There you go. There's McDonald, squares. Shot comes in from McFadzine. It's away. Stevenage defending as well as they have to at the moment. McDonald again. Right foot shot from him. That's taken a deflection. It's going to be a corner.
Yeah, there's nothing last ditch about the defending. They seem organised. They're getting their blocks in where they need to. They're winning their headers in there.
Absolutely no panic, is there?
No.
Here comes the ball. In it comes. That's headed away by Is that Kamingas?
Kamingas.
Back out to Robson. And now it's Matt Hill. Sheffield United trying to go through their plays. It's Robson again, drilling that ball across. It comes off with Marn. He knew what he was doing there. He knew. What's the problem?
You know I don't like it when goalkeepers start scrambling.
No, he watched it wide.
He wasn't too sure till he took a glance over his left shoulder, I don't think, there's Steve Arnold.
Corner, Sheffield United. In it comes from that far side to the near post. It's headed away up to the halfway line. Matt Hill sends it back.
Ooh.
Arnold's underneath it. I think he was fouled, was he? Or
offside. Yeah, there were two Sheffield United players sort of in his road there, weren't there? And they just got underneath him.
Kamingas is down. I wonder if that's going to be the end of him.
No, I think he's just taking a little knock on the right leg. Paul Dando back in action.
Mark Roberts takes a drink, looks up at that scoreboard and the clock behind him. And what's that going to tell him? It's going to tell him that Stevenage have got about six minutes remaining. Maybe
6 or 7.
Maybe a little bit longer.
Which way are you going, Miguel? He wants to go off from the right-hand side of the pitch, so it's better for him to come back on at right back. But no. Mr. Russell's having none of that. He's going off at left back, and then he's going to have to run the width of the pitch then to get back in position.
Yeah, but I'm not a left back. I'm a right back. Those Sheffield United fans are starting to leave now. Ball back in play. Arnold clears it long, unsurprisingly.
Bellick, and again there.
Bellick trying
Collins
put them under pressure. Forcing the
Collins
error.
And Maguire didn't look great there, did they, in trying to clear that? And again, just a little bit of hesitation. Just giving Stevenage that opportunity to regroup and get their shape back.
Here's McFadzean. Just trying to build and just get some respectability back into it. Shot comes in. Roberts blocks. Dunn plays it to Lee Hills.
Well played, Lee Hills.
This is a different Lee Hills to what we've been used to seeing. And as he's fouled there, is he? Surely, yes, he is. And we will see another Stevenage. Oh dear,
we won't.
How was that not a foul?
Did you not see Mr. Russell there make the shape of a ball with his hands?
No, he made the. That's okay.
Yeah. Who's this? Sam Hoskins.
Yeah, on loan from Southampton.
Yeah. And he's going to replace the other goal scorer, who's going to take a very long time to come off from the other side of the pitch.
He's sprinting across. Look at him.
Well played, Lucas Akins.
That languid kind of lollop across the pitch from Lucas Akins. And, he wasn't too busy in that second half that we've seen him, but he got that important goal. The goal that's certainly seen Stevenage to the 3 points, I'm sure. Free kick.
Again, taken quick.
Ballooned. Is that out of play? No, it's not. It's kept in, but just a hint of hands there from Hoskins, who runs out of defence with the ball.
Wow.
And the referee says foul. And he says play on, so no. I think he was going to give the foul.
The whistle went to the mouth, didn't it?
How's that a foul? Oh, Dean. Here comes Sheffield United. Some things never change. Into the area. McFadzean, he goes down. Referee. The referee just spreads his arms and says, get on with it.
He wasn't having none of that. That was a sloppy piece of play there from Stevenage. Piece of defending there. It just a couple of legs went out and just didn't deal with the through ball, did it?
No. United on the attack again. Ball comes in.
Oof.
Bunzangala gets ahead to that. Keeps working. Both him and Roberts.
They've done all right, those two, haven't they? They've done nothing that out of the ordinary. They've just done everything that's thrown at them, haven't they? And they've done well. They haven't played together there, but it's a good performance from both of them.
Time running out. Corner comes in from that far side. It's punched away by Arnold. Now it's Maguire. He kind of squares it to Tony McMahon, but ball's out of play. It's near the halfway line, so Stevenage defending tight and organised
good stuff
again.
There from Lee Hills. Hills just sort of read that from 20 yards away and made his run and just got a toe in, didn't they? So it's going to be Stevenage's throw.
Hills it is.
Grant gets a little bit it was all a bit loose and a little bit out of control there, wasn't it? But while the ball's at the other end, no danger can be done.
2 minutes remaining here at the Lamex Stadium. Stevenage leading by 4-0.
I'm glad you said that. You hadn't said it for a couple of minutes.
Well, I might say it a few more times in that remaining 2 minutes as well.
Broken up again by Stevenage. It's good enough, isn't it? And just getting the ball as far away from the goal as possible. And
it's all about clean sheet now as well. It's one thing to score 4 goals against Sheffield United. It's another thing to not concede any. Let's face it. Your money's on Sheffield United to go up this season.
Well, as you said in the early parts of this game, Doncaster's result in the balance, but they could have gone top today.
Not now, Dean.
That won't do their goal average any good either.
And talking of goal differences, it does for Stevenage because heaven forbid, well, surely now it's not going to come into play, but Stevenage goal difference was in double figures before, minus double figures before today.
Yeah, so it was minus 11, wasn't it? So it's going to be minus 7 now. There's only Shrewsbury below Stevenage and they're on minus 7 too. So all the others below Stevenage are, in the 20s. So
the win surely puts them safe now. Anyway, there's the ball from defence from Sheffield United. Skips into the gloves of Steve Arnold.
That's about the 45 minutes up, near enough.
Almost. Be a little bit added on, I'm sure, but it's.
Hoskins just nicks it, just puts it out of play.
I've been really impressed, Dean. Really impressed with this performance. It's workmanlike, but organised. And they've really pressed and forced the errors and really hurried and got Sheffield United playing a game they don't like playing.
Yeah, and they defended high up the pitch. Dunn, Grant have been the first line. Even Lopez and Haber have done their part, haven't they, in the defending high up the pitch, closing the opposition defenders down. So, they've been forcing Sheffield United into mistakes all over the pitch.
Man of the match, Dean?
I don't like giving it to a guy that scores goals and that's all he does. But you'd be a madman not to give it to Dani Lopez, wouldn't you?
Because he scored goals and it wasn't all that he did. In fairness, let's be honest about it. Well, he's really put in a performance that will be quite memorable to the people here at Stevenage.
Oh, I think so, and I think in years to come we'll still be talking about this performance.
Do you think so?
I think so. I don't know I don't know why I think that, but he set up the 4th goal. He had 2 or 3 other chances. He brought others into play. He had his back to goal. He was bringing the midfield in. No, it's an all-round great performance from Dani Lopez. Man of the match. There you go, Steve.
Blimey. The man who struggled to pass the 10-minute rule earlier in the season. Man of the match against Sheffield United as Stevenage win by 4-0. There you go. I told you I'd say it again.
I'm sure you'll get one more in before the final whistle.
Steve Arnold with the ball clears it high and long, very long. Maguire underneath it, heads it out to that far side.
That was a tired old header from Maguire, wasn't it? Out to his right back.
It was a header that said, I don't want to be here. I want to be in the changing room. McFadzean just trying to get some respectability, but all he can do is win a corner for now. And, it's almost harsh to name a man of the match, but it's harsh not to name one, because there's been some decent enough performances in there. No weak links. You look at that back four. You look at Lee Hills in there. The corner comes in now. It's cleared. Lee Hills has put in a shift. Anthony Grant has done what Anthony Grant does well.
He's just strayed offside there. And that should be it, really, shouldn't it? I think this free kick will be taken.
Is there any point? Come on, referee.
Should be that.
I think so. Even the Lamex faithful are heading off. Referee signals.
There we go.
There he goes. Full time here. Who'd have thought it? My thanks to Dean Thompson. Stevenage 4, Sheffield United 0.